Hi, sir.
Able to hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, all right. How are you doing? Very cool question. How are you doing?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, that Pranita also knows you very well, I guess, right?
Sorry, come again.
That Pranita,
Yes, yes, yes.
she knows you very well. Just telling.
Yeah, okay. She asked her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know her well.
Hey, see, there's some things which I wanted to
Hmm.
Karthika. Some might be personal, and this is basically because I learned from Gujarat. So when
Hmm.
Neelima was speaking to him the other day, he was asking a lot of personal questions in terms of what is your age, are you married, do you have kids, what's your plan, how much are you earning, and all that stuff. And then the last 10 minutes he spent on a business idea and gave
Okay.
inputs.
Hmm.
And I was thinking, and I'm thinking aloud, and if you don't want to share, don't. There's no force. But there's a short-term kind of a thinking that we have at this point of time, which ends on the 29th of June, right?
Hmm.
You're actually going to do whatever you're going to do the next 3 4 weeks, right? And you present what's going to happen next, we don't know. I mean, it's pretty clear. Either you're going to get the VC funds, you're not going to get the VC funds. And
Hmm.
in both cases, it's a decision that you need to take. Both of
Hmm.
you and your husband, both need to take. Uh, let's say you're going to get it, whatever the fund is, then there's a plan in place. You have the motivation because you got the fund. So much of energy will come positively. Uh, People actually might also try to join because they see you as a success. So you can also for that. I'm not too worried about that success case because you can handle it. And you are experienced enough to handle it. So I'm not too worried about the financial management or the project management or the shape it actually goes through. Not too worried there.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm not admitting now. Wait, we have 5 more minutes. We can talk. The other aspect of, let's say you don't get the funding, I want you to think, and I had this conversation with Neelima and others also. Uh, I want you to be prepared for everything because it's a very logical situation that we are all into, right? And what else will happen, we don't know. But all I'm saying is, as I started off, we get the funding, both the journey different है, exciting journey है. Good. Nothing much to talk. I don't want to talk about. Second thing is you might not get the funding.
Hmm.
What will you do? What are the alternate plans? Something
Hmm.
which you need to think through now,
Hmm.
right? All I'm saying is you prepare yourself for three outcomes. One, you get the funding, what to do? Second, you don't get the funding, what will you do? Third, you don't get the funding, but
Hmm.
at this point of time, you feel that maybe it's not the right time for me to go ahead. So you stick to your job, you continue doing it. You would keep trying to mature the idea and give it some more time. And at a
Hmm.
later date, take the plunge or look at it. So three things will happen. Nothing more will happen. That's your call. Or kuch nahi hoga. Keeping this in mind will actually help you. You'll have a lot
Hmm.
of clarity because the road is very clear. So you're going in one road, three diversions are there. एक
Correct.
VC का है, एक नॉन VC का है, एक नॉन VC later we want to plan का है.
Right.
Fourth भी है कि you drop the idea, you go and do whatever you're doing as a
Hmm.
yeah. Secondly, I don't know your situation, but I'm asking. The thing is with ladies and with also gents, there's a situation where the we plan. I've got two kids, right? When I
Hmm.
started my business, my second kid was 2 years, my first kid was 8 years old,
Hmm.
right? And my wife was working. So we looked at the financial situation. And I we actually thought in case the business doesn't work out, I go back to the corporate and work because I've been working there 15 years. So alternate plan.
Right.
It took a bit of. Let me just bring this right because I wanted to make sure. Uh, so it closed of the website. So, yeah, I'll tell you my practical reality because that's the same for you. And you think today, no need to give me details. And this is something which Pankaj also is going to ask. Is you look at your personal situation because that is important. The passion, hai, I want to do it, I want to leave everything. वो सब नहीं है because see, both of you are earning. You would have actually got some investments in place, plan B, hey, whatever it is. You know what it is. I don't want that information. Children hai ki nahi, you know what it is. I don't know the information. But all I'm saying is, you will have to think through a 360-degree lens, not just one particular lens. वो सब भी देखना है in case you need to take the plunge. So that aspect also, please look at it because it will give you greater clarity. And how much risk can you actually take basis that also you can see. So these aspects I want to talk to you as because I did speak with him, not in such detail, but I would love to. But I want you to have that kind of clarity. A road map per se, and you are open for all 3 or 4 options right now. And at the end of it, whether I come to the Puttaparthi for your business pitch or not, whosoever comes, whosoever doesn't come, doesn't matter. You own the business, you are there, and you're going to present. So that confidence you have, right? Not saying both either way, I might come, I know not, I'm not sure. But if I'm there, well and fine. If I'm not there, also doesn't matter. It's your business. Let's say we are done, you're going for another pitch, 2 months down the somewhere else. No one is around. That confidence I want. And it is there. Not I don't have a doubt, it is there completely. So think through all of that stuff. I think Pankaj would love to see your model because it's linked to his area of work. So he might actually give you more inputs. Just listen. I'm not. See, the thing is, it helped me a lot, and I'm going to talk about it in terms of how networking actually helped. So that is something which all of us need to do because at this point of time, I feel it's a siloed kind of existence where husband, wife, you are actually talking. I don't know how many people you are actually talking. There is a very nice chance in the next 3 4 weeks of not spending too much time on the canvas, and that is just that is something which Surya will teach. He will teach to use agents on ChatGPT Plus to spend 1600 bucks. That's about it, right? It will give you everything. It's no need for you to spend. What I want you guys to spend the time on is networking. Speak to people who are already in this business. Identify them. Ask them more questions. Maybe physically possible, meet them, if possible. Target coverage. That is where I want your headspace to be, rather than like for example, Surya is ready because he's using all the agents. He's ready, obviously, and that's when I'm bringing in so that all of you guys, the documentation part is taken care of, headache is taken care of, but the other important aspects we can focus. That's okay. Any questions you haven't been speaking about?
I have some. So I wanted to know if you have any connections which can handle my risk areas. Like, for example, I'm not sure. I mean, we are not sure if if APIs are available for doing this government scheme form filling and submission, and if APIs are not there, and if we do automation from the existing application, is it allowed? Because there was a case of Super Tatkal where the person was arrested for creating an app for
Yeah.
that kind of tickets. So
Yeah. No, I get it. I actually went through a kind of a business plan using the ChatGPT Plus tool. And it touched upon this that you need to really, I don't know whether it's taking a license, but taking permission from the government to use their APIs. Because if you don't use their APIs, your app won't work.
correct.
And as you rightly pointed out, if you really use it, for example, you copy paste everything and then you actually use it, they will anyway not put you in bars. But I'm telling you, that case might come. We'll talk about it, and that's what I want to see. I have a bit of time, and the podcast are going to start. A lot of big people are coming, so I might get busy. But whatever time I have, I want to utilize so that I can give you my view. So I'm just admitting this.
Okay, okay, sure.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Sorry.
Hey, Surya, the thumbs up man. How are you?
Fantastic, son. Missed out on the fastest finger first one-to-one mentoring, but I'm doing pretty good.
No, we'll have it. Don't worry. Just talking to us. I just want to. Where is Neelima? We can see her no darshan today. Huh? Sunday, no darshan for Neelima.
I am a little unwell, so not in a good shape.
Okay, no issues, no problems. Yeah, no problem. So go ahead, Surya. I'll just give you the. Yeah, you can share.
Okay. So, just before we get started, I just want to know the overall understanding of your AI skills. So, if you just have to rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, what would you rate yourself as?
Karthika is 15. She's a data scientist, so she knows end to end.
Fantastic.
I'm
What
just
about
saying,
you?
I'm okay. I'm actually good. What I did, I'll tell you what I did. So I heard you out, right? I took the license, spent that money. I was experimenting in the morning. It was wonderful to really look at the kind of stuff you can do. And I can quickly relate it to your documents, man. You are fantastic. And because of you, it's such an advantage. I mean, really, everyone here, I think Neelima, Karthika, it's such an advantage, and I want to appreciate this guy even before he starts because this is basically it's sharing out of compassion, I should say, because it's just kind of a secret. I mean, people know to do it, but it's openly actually sharing because when I did it, really, if you look at it, I went and uploaded all your business plans to look at where you guys are, created 3 agents to see. It gave me so much of insights and information all of your canvas, all of your documentation, all of the PPTs, all of the business which are taken care of. There's no need for you to spend time. 5, 10 minutes, you're done. That is the reason why I'm here, and he's going to explain us how we can do it. Won't take much time. Uh, we want to spend more time on networking, something which I was talking to Karthika. Someone is on the door, so just open the presentation when they come back.
So there's no presentation as such. I mean, I'm not a presentation person. I'm more of a,
No problem. No, give me just a minute. I'll come back.
Sure. Yeah, please take your time. You,
Surya, as per
yes,
me,
Neelima.
so I would say, you start from the scratch itself because I hardly use any other stuff. My
Done.
colleagues, they tell me, but I'm old school.
There was there's a little 8-year-old cousin that I have. The last time I met her met him when I went to Kolkata, my native. Just a few conversations, and now he's literally creating AI bots. So it's very simple. Also, once you get the hang of it, so it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah. So let me see if I've got everything I need. I have everything.
All right. Yeah, no presentation, man. Open it.
Yeah. Okay. So Neelima ma'am requested if I can just cover a little bit of a basic. So I'll give you the basic overview of how I use AI. Now, before I look at AI, the simplest way to look at it is you look at all the PhDs in the world encapsulated together at a single click of a button. That's how I see AI. So, but unfortunately, that entire bundle of PhDs encapsulated in a single form is a just newly born baby. Considering if you just log in and you open any AI tool, you have all the knowledge, but then it's the quality of conversation that you have which determines the outcome. So there are multiple ways to look at it. I can say that give me content for the next 1 month. Now that's not really a too detailed response. The second way to look at it is when it's not the right way to give prompts, which is I am so and so. Give me so and so content for so many days for this particular platform. It's still okay, but not too deep. What I like to do is something that is called as seed plus prompt. Seed is the entire in-depth knowledge that you need to do in the form of an ideation process. And then you put all those answers together, you compile all the answers, and then you put it out as a main information. So even before you ask AI to give you solutions, you do a lot of in-depth research. So let's just say we'll take our business only as an example. What is my name? What is my background? What is my past experiences? What is my idea, mission, vision, code of honor, core values, the pretty much maybe the one-page lean canvas and everything. Even before I give all these details, I will sit down and I will interact in an ideation process. No, this is the idea that I have. What do you think? Who all are there in the world that is doing all this? It's just like talking to a friend. So when you start with the ideation process, you get so much of data. And of course, these days you have DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Deep Research, Google Gemini Deep Research feature that scans all the websites. And the last time I checked, Google Gemini 2.5, at one single click, it's scanning 287 websites and crunching the data and giving it to you, including the data sources as well. So you got a final page report. Along with that, if you want to go deep, the resources behind it as well.
Is that a licensed version or is it available free?
Free, completely free right now. If you go to Google AI Studio, it's always free. In fact,
Can you show me?
Yeah, I'll show everything. I'll show everything step by step.
Sure.
It's just that I'm setting the context first.
Sure.
Personally, I always feel that use a tool at least for a month before opting for the paid plan, because then you also get to know how much you like to use. Of course, I do a lot of heavy duty use because all my business things are related to agents. So before we get into all the specific tools, I'll just share my screen and I will show you the fundamentals of how any AI tool in this planet works. So you always have something that is called as a search bar where you can type things. You have, this is something that ChatGPT came up with, and it's going to be far more advanced from August because they're going to ChatGPT 5. This is a dictation feature. You click and you speak and all your thoughts are transcribed into text and then you can talk. And then this feature, this particular thing is called as a voice chat. So it's literally talking to AI and everything. Now you look at this particular tab, and just to familiarize yourself, in case you've never used any AI tool, doesn't really matter. All you need to master is one AI tool. All the others are pretty much the same. So just one moment. So let's come to DeepSeek. DeepSeek, same thing. You got this main chat box. You can upload files if you want. And then there are these additional tabs that comes in. Even in ChatGPT, there are these additional tools. Whether you would like to search the deep research, or you would like to search the web or write a code, anything can be added. Same here. The DeepSeek Deep Think feature, this is exclusively for our competitor analysis. Whatever is your business plan, write it over there. Tell them the prompt that this is what I have in mind. Give me the top 10 international competitors, the top 10 Indian competitors of who is doing this. Then identify the blue ocean, green ocean, and all that. So this will completely do the research and give you. The next tool that I love is called as napkin.ai. Napkin, once you've done all the research, you would want to create a simple one-page mind map or a presentation of sorts, and that can be created. So this is more of a note-taking app. Very, very easy. I'll demonstrate it step by step. For presentations, I love Gamma. Up to 15 slides you can generate, all fully high-tech. So all the research that you are doing with ChatGPT. So what I do is majorly all my conversations will be in ChatGPT. I copy and paste in a Google Doc. And as and when I need for my presentation, I'll put it together and add it in Gamma. This is a new website that I found out. It's called rollout.site. Complete landing pages, websites, up to 3 website pages it'll be fully designed and given to you at a single click. So again, if you see them, it's too good. So if you go to generate, again, if you see the same fundamental, there's a search bar. You can upload reference images. You can have your AI enhancement and up to 3 sites completely for free. Another very interesting presentation thing is poppro.ai. So if I click on generate, again, I take all the input points and I'll put it over here. And again, I can choose the different themes and everything. Canva, I'm sure we are all familiar. In case we are not, all the thumbnails, graphic design and everything, especially with the Canva AI coming in, it's so easy just to give instructions and follow it through. So just to take it in a very practical approach, let's have a very interesting conversation of building an entire startup from scratch in the next 10 minutes. Yeah. So I'm going to guide you through step by step. What do I do? So let's just say, the first thing that I do is I want to talk about the founder. So I usually, let me see if the voice feature is going to work or not. I've turned on the microphone. Hi there, I am Dr. Surya and I want to start a very, very interesting startup on communication. So I am completely new, just graduated as a dentist, but I realized that the doctors are so boring and they don't even know how to talk to patients because they use too many jargons. That's my overview and idea. So now when I just click on the tick button. The entire thing that I shared will be captured. So now about my idea. Communication is the breadth of every business, be it B2C or B2B. Communication is what helps us scale things up. So I want you to brainstorm on ideas. So now it's not just that I stay limited to this. I want to go deep. So let's do a deep dive on Ikigai and Simon Sinek's Golden Circle. And one of the things, Ravi sir, in your presentation on that first class, right? You spoke to us about 4 things: passion, commitment, fire, and curiosity. Yeah. So energy and curiosity. So I just added this little thing from that insight. So Ikigai and Simon Sinek's Golden Circle helps you craft things perfectly. Simon, with respect to this idea, we are going to create a tentative business plan, lean canvas, pitch deck to seek. Okay, it's always important to go big. Okay, to seek 1 million funding, pre-revenue funding. So that's our North Star. Now, I will only stay limited to the ChatGPT 4.0 version, which pretty much does a decent job, is what I feel. So you'll get to know now. It's not just that I upload this. This is my first prompt. And as you can see, it keeps saving the memory. Now it already has a lot of information about me. Ideally, what I would like to do is I would go to LinkedIn, and you can download your entire LinkedIn profile as a PDF. 2025 March onwards, all the big companies, this is what they're doing. Even before they scan your resume, because your resume can be optimized for the higher ATS score and everything. So just to make sure that the resume and everything is aligned. So people, what they do is they go to any of the profile, the LinkedIn profile, and they add, just one second. Yeah, if you go to resources, you will be able to save your profile as a PDF. So along with the business idea and all, save the PDF. And as you go to ChatGPT again, see, this is a version 1 of the thing. So what do I love? Storytelling, simplifying complex ideas and everything. It's if you just upload, now imagine I haven't uploaded any details, but I've already spoken to ChatGPT so many times, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and upload if I upload my LinkedIn profile also. By the way, for this, you need a detailed LinkedIn profile, your experience section, volunteering section, every single thing needs to be in line for it to give the maximum output. Now, I've already done that prior. That's why it's giving me these little things. Now, look at the Ikigai statement, my vision statement. If I use this, it's pretty good. I help professionals across industries speak with clarity, empathy, and impact, transforming boring jargons into bold conversations that heal, sell, and lead. Not too bad if I put it out on my website, right? Now, it's not just this. What gets even more interesting is the biggest companies, the Apple and Microsoft and all these big companies, they first talk about why, then they talk about how, and then they talk about what. Even on our presentation day, at the end of this month, if we start from the why, that's it. We've hit bullseye. So now what is the pitch idea? Now the idea that it is giving me is we are building the Duolingo plus Grammarly of business and medical communication, a platform that helps professionals master high trust empathy conversation using AI and psychology. So psychology will be the manipulative formats of speaking, the tonal patterns and all that, which will be learned. And again, that comes with practice. And the AI part of it takes care of the topics, the questions and everything. So doctors to patient connection, managers to team engagement, pretty decent, pretty nice, right? So these are the product and revenue ideas. Okay. So now that I've done this, what I will do is, who are my competitors? Give me the top 10 across the world and the top 10 across India, then map them with my business idea and give me a blue ocean. Give me my blue ocean market position. Now, because I want to keep everything lean, so I don't want to have an office, I don't want to have any of those initial investment and everything. Now, if you see the fact that I gave this information, it's already searching the web. And because it's searching the web, it'll try to compile as many resources as possible. Now, ideally, what I'd like to do is I would like to copy the entire message over here, including my own prompt. I'll copy this and I'll go to a platform called as Google AI Studio. Let's use the deep research for this. I'll also share the sound. So Google AI Studio. This is something very new that I found out, and it's crazy. Let's wait for the page to load. Okay. So again, the same concept. Okay. You look at any AI tool, it always has the right at the center, you can do the search thing. So I'm going to click over here and paste the entire conversation that I had with ChatGPT. And I'll just give a very cute thing that, see. Hi there. This is a conversation I had. And also very important, always maintain your original tonality with any AI tool. So for example, I'm very fun loving and jovial and high energy. I love to express gratitude and compassion. So I always hold that same tonality because the output that I'll also get will be in that same tonality itself. Tonality is something that you cannot control. It's something that you got to keep feeding. So if you've got a natural tendency and habit of expressing gratitude, make sure you do that. It'll spend some extra bucks for OpenAI and that specific platform, but it'll help you get the results that you want. So I had a conversation. This is a conversation I had with ChatGPT. I want to go deeper with you about my business idea. So I copied the entire response that I had got and I'll click on run. And then Gemini is going to scan everything. And if at this present moment, it's the Gemini Pro Preview 5 and 6, which is pretty amazing. Okay, I'll show you the features over here that's going to blow your minds for sure. So it's the only thing that I've asked for here is the competitor analysis because I want to go deeper into this. So let's see. And then we will use the stream feature and get ready to be blown away. All right, check this out. Okay, so top 10 global competitors is Grammarly, Quantified Communication, okay. Gong.io. Any of you have heard any of this, please do let me know. Okay, Dale Carnegie Training, we know. Institute of Healthcare Communication, US and Canada. Nice. Coursera, okay. Top Indian competitors, okay. So now one very interesting thing here is the competitors, as much as the competitors don't want further competition, when I know and I understand my competencies properly, I can also start planning future collaborations. So today when I'm starting something out, I might as well reach out to Dale Carnegie Training India to see if I can have a license. So that way it becomes easy. So all these are the competitors. And now check this out. Your blue ocean market strategy focused uniquely fusing human-centered communication principles, empathy, storytelling, psychology, which is again my background, with cutting-edge AI specifically targeting the jargon-heavy and trust-critical interactions in medicine and leadership. So from what I'm able to understand is, what if I'm able to train my patients also, or teach my doctors to train the patients as well on AI? So it's all, it has even given me framework. So now I'll use the stream feature. In the stream feature, what I can do is I can literally share my entire screen. So let me share the entire screen and just talk to Gemini. So, hi there, Gemini. Are you able to see me and hear me clearly? Are you able to see me and hear me clearly? Just one moment. So at times what happens is, okay, probably because I'm using Zoom, my microphone is being captured over Zoom. So it's not, anyways, if you try this out, Stream is such an interesting feature. You click on Stream, you click on share screen, and you are sharing your entire screen. What will happen is everything that you are doing, you can literally have a conversation properly with, okay, I think it's connecting to the server. You can, hello there, Gemini, how are you doing? Are you able to hear me clearly? All right, I think it's taking some time. So you guys use it and you can literally talk about anything because the whole screen is being shared. I can actually go back to, let's just say, ChatGPT, and I can say, well, this is the conversation that is going on. Can you scan this entire conversation and tell me what is it? Maybe the documents and everything are too big. So what are the couple of top 3 pointers that I need to think of? What are the points that you would like me to ask more to ChatGPT? So at the back, you will start getting all the answers because your screen is being shared and Gemini is with you throughout the entire conversation.
Yes, I can hear you clearly as
Did you hear that?
well.
Surya,
there's
I have a
some
small
lag.
concern over here. So when
Tell
we are
me.
sharing a screen with Gemini, right? So it's just able to access the browsers or the local system as well, like whatever I've saved in my documents and everything.
Your local systems also. So it's all about how, again, if you click on the, when you click on the share screen option, you will have, you can either choose a particular tab that you're using, or you
Right,
can choose a particular sheet that you're using.
right,
What
right,
I
right.
personally, just one moment. Gemini is speaking on the background and she has such a beautiful voice that I couldn't tell properly. Okay. So ideally what I do is I click on the share screen, the entire screen option. So that way, even though I split my screen and on one end I'm sharing my document, the other end I'm sharing the maybe some chat GPT tab or anything, Gemini can scan the entire stuff. So now this is a couple of examples. Now let me give you some more examples. So let's just say if I have to take that entire document over here that ChatGPT gave me, early brainstorm product and revenue idea. So help me create a lean canvas. So the moment I put the lean canvas over here, now we will go into presentation mode. Okay. Imagine tomorrow only you have to give a pitch and you are not sure what to prepare. So many things to pull in. So the working title, tentative title is called Clarity Bridge. Problem, customer segment, unique value proposition, everything. I'm not even reading all this because I know it's perfect. I fed so much of data to ChatGPT; it knows exactly what I want. So I'm just going to copy this entire thing, and now let's start preparing some presentations. So I'll go to Napkin, and I'm not showing you how to log in and all. I'm sure you'll be aware of that. So draft with AI, and again, you see the same format. There is a search bar. You can write your prompts over there, and I'm just going to copy and paste the entire thing and click on continue. So now AI is writing, right? Now for individual things, what I can do is this is AI writing the entire thing, just making a better version of it, shorter version of it. And the moment I click on this button over there, this whole thing will be turned into a simple graphical representation notes, which I will copy and paste it in my slides. Check this out. And so looks pretty good, right? And again, it just took me seconds. I can choose the style that I want. And the moment I click on the style, this gets incorporated and I can use this. For each of these things, I can just click on that napkin button and it will give me a simple picturesque representation. Now let's go to Gamma and prepare a presentation. I might as well just use this slide deck only on 28th. It's pretty good. Okay, so now, wait. some verification. That's a problem when you use a lot of VPN and ad blockers. Yeah. All right. So paste in text. So I'm just going to paste the entire lean canvas thing. And I will click on, now check this out. You can either do a presentation, you can do a web page, a proper brochure format. So you can do every single thing. So I'm just putting it in traditional and configuring my prompt. And then there'll be certain designs. By the way, this is the first time I'm using Gamma. Yeah, usually I'm more comfortable with Canva, but it's good learning for me as well. Okay. So you are limited to generate 10 cards at a time on the current plan. So you can always, if you upgrade, it becomes easy, but not really necessary. We'll see what 10 things come in. Okay. So this is the theme preview, primary button, secondary button. Okay. So now in the right, you can see there are some different themes. So I'm going to go for professional and see what are the color codes that I'm resonating with. So consultant, I'm not able to see the entire thing. Probably it's taking some time to load. Just going to click on generate. Let's see what comes. Anyways, we can always shuffle the theme and come back depending on what we need. So let's see. It's taking a while to generate. And voila, here we go. Let's see. Okay, while this is, okay, yeah, I think this is coming. Oh, wow. This looks pretty good. That's a very simple one. I've not added any theme or anything. So AI is still generating the images. Right now, the texts are being generated. Oh, wow. I wouldn't want anyone other than myself in this picture. So probably I'll change that. Oh, wow. Check this out. Okay. And all this is less than 10 minutes. Okay. So clarity, empathy, purpose, pretty decent, right? 10 slides, nothing more. I can add my lean canvas somewhere over here. I can add a point on my research data segments, some market research done, create a thing through napkin and add that as well. So I can always download 10 slides, initial slides, and then add together. Wow, this is pretty interesting. Digital content. Okay. So this is just congratulating me with all the things that I've done. You can make all these edits and all as and when you need, you can make. But this is a pretty good head start. The same concepts you can do for Pop AI. So now, again, I'll go back to ChatGPT and I will say, okay, this is what we have done. We've got a very, very good job. But what if we are able to prepare a one-page website? So it's going to give me an entire website landing page. I'll copy the landing page, go to rollout.me and add it over there. And the website is ready. I can make those changes. So you got the first version of how to use the prompts, right? Because now I'm going to take it to the next level. The next level is how do you take all the brightest minds on this planet and use it? So what I always love doing is, let's just say design thinking. I will find out the top 20 design thinking books on this planet. Now, we don't have the time right now to go through all the 20 books, isn't it? So what I will do is I'll go to ChatGPT and I will straight away upload. So let's just say right now under this conversation itself, I will click on upload photos and files. Even if you're using the free edition, you can upload up to 20 files. So if I go to download, I have all my books, a lot of PDF files and everything downloaded. So let's just say this one, Abundance Council franchise or idea to first pitch, the Ravi sir's notes, or a couple of others, maybe some books as well. So I'll download those books and I will upload it over here. And then I will say, I'll just give the prompt of, here are the 20 books on design thinking. I want you to embody the writers and the content of this book and have a conversation as a co-founder with you. What follows is a mind-boggling conversation where you are practically learning the book without having to read it, but rather learning by asking questions. So growing up, I always used to ask a lot of questions to my teachers, my parents. The only thing I would get is slaps. In this case, no one slaps me, rather gives me the answers. And here's another hack. There's this researcher named Walter Isaacson. Walter Isaacson. He's written biographies on Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein. So imagine every single ChatGPT tab, I've just uploaded that specific PDF, provided I'm not sued for copywriting infringements, but I upload the PDF. And now I can have a conversation with an Albert Einstein, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Isn't that crazy? So the fact that Ravi sir gave me a couple of points to work upon. Yesterday, Srinivas sir gave me a couple of points to work upon. Today, I'm actually going to talk to an Elon Musk and see what he thinks about those points. Are you able to see how it's not just that I'm using AI? I'm using every possible creative intelligence. By the way, this is not my idea, okay? I have my beautiful assistant. I don't have the picture right now, but I have my beautiful executive assistant named Clara. She's the one who guides me, and I've trained her exactly like that. Now, my name is Surya. I'm this crazy person. Check my LinkedIn profile and website. You'll get to know all there is to know about me. I want you to be my co-founder come executive assistant and help me accelerate 10 years of success in 3 months. Tell me exactly what I need to do. So she guides me on books I need to read. Again, I don't read them. I use the same technique that I mentioned. Then you have what are the conversations I should have and with whom? So the kind of questions that I asked Ravi sir, the kind of questions that I asked Srinivas sir yesterday are all designed by Clara because Clara knows the way I think. So these are just a couple of the tools as well as the way that I use AI. And I think I tried to cover a lot of stuff in a short span of time. Another very interesting thing to do is right now, for example, Ravi sir, you are recording. So whenever I'm using Zoom, there's a button over there which is called as AI Companion. So anytime I'm conducting any sessions, I just turn on that button, and how Otter AI or Read AI will or Crisp AI will take a transcript of that entire session. Zoom has added the feature, and the Zoom AI Companion is out of this world. You can take the transcript, put it to ChatGPT, break it down into workbooks and actionables and stuff. So yesterday I did this entire session for a group of teachers. So this presentation is the same, but the audience is different. So now one single click, I can turn the entire presentation to make it teachers friendly. So I'm making it more basics, more prompts, and all these kind of stuff. Right now I'm sitting with founders. So I just had a little conversation with Clara, and Clara gave me the specific touch points and the specific approach and perspective to look into this entire conversation. So these are a few little, you can say, what's that called? Like a miscellaneous and advanced specific use case scenarios for AI. So just covered it all briefly. In case if you have any questions, more than happy to answer.
Yes, Surya. So one question, you said you uploaded the books. Is it not enough if we just name the books, the 20 books that you want AI to read?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. It's enough to name the books. However, think of it. You give a name of a book that's 3 or 4 words, and you upload a 10,000, 20,000 plus words about the entire book, which is going to give you a better response.
Like we can provide the prompt that you go and read these 20 books, which I'm providing, and then you provide me answer.
Yeah, you can use the deep research facility also over there. However, I tried all 3. I gave the name, I used the deep research and the search the web, and I also used the book uploading. For the search bar, what happens is the AI usually for this DeepSeek works much better. DeepSeek will still find out the resources and read the books. But ChatGPT and all these other tools, they just read those articles related to the book or book summaries or just those images related to the book and all. So mainly I do this for, I'll tell you, Robin Sharma's books. So he has these mindset, heart set, soul set, spirituality strategies. So uploading, I think there's a book, I'll probably share it in our group, top 10 books of Robin Sharma. It's around 1800-ish pages, some 20, 30 MB file. Now up to 100 MB you can upload. And imagine I uploaded one file, now I have a Robin Sharma in my pocket and I don't have to pay him $10,000 for consultation. So you also can try it out and see what's best for you. Depending on your topic, maybe just talking about that point only will help. So just observe. It differs from use case scenario. It's also very interesting. If I talk to AI about a specific book and if you give exactly the same prompt, the responses are going to be completely different. It's just the way it is. Especially now that all the AI tools are having a memory thing activated, unlimited memory. So it'll know exactly the way you think and the way you act. So just try it out.
And you have a paid version, right? For
I have a
ChatGPT.
paid version of ChatGPT only. That's it. Nothing else. And
What
that's
else?
also because I'll just very quickly show you. I'm sure this is going to help all of us. So if I go to ChatGPT and if I go to my tab, so check this out. So here is Clara, my executive assistant. And then I have a series of agents that's working with me. TerraCraft helps me craft questions. So every time I want to do a one-to-one with people, what are the questions I should ask? Deep Dive Scholar gives me daily updates of what is happening in my industry. Every single day I get these inputs. And again, ChatGPT has something called as a task manager, inbuilt task manager software. So if you tell that by this time, 9 o'clock, I want whatever's there in my industry, give me the top 10 news and don't give me from news articles, give me from research bodies. So you'll get all that. Dream Dive helps me laser focus on my career goal and what are the action steps. Think of it like my pocket-friendly career coach. Satya Sai course, so I'm talking to Swami every day. Route Ranger to plan all my travels. Book Buddy, which book I should read. Pixel Prodigy, thumbnails, graphic design, everything. So I just trained, and by the way, if I show you each of these prompts, let's just say Wild Bite, this is a tool that helps you craft your food and nutrition and plans, recipes and all for you, because my wife and I are very lazy. So we don't like to cook that much. We just want healthy food, which is tasty also. Each of the prompt is 2000 plus words. And I haven't designed these prompts. I have told Clara, what do I need? And Clara has given me the entire prompts list. So I have a humongous list. Probably I'll give this list to all of you. This list in Google Doc, I have detailed prompts on every single thing that you need related to business. So how do you create your introduction or elevator pitch? How do you create your personal codex, like your life book, your vision board? Then you have your content calendar, your AI content calendar, complete business content calendar, your entire business in one particular page. What are the specific, how do you find your buyer's persona, your ideal buyer's persona, attractive course names, all these things. Then you have I've even gone on to create resumes. Okay, like a single click, how can you create resumes which goes through the ATS system? And my brother happened to get a PwC job just last week. So it's crazy. So what I'll do is I'll give all these. So again, the way that I function is the quality of seed followed by the quality of prompt gives you the best output. So I have one more list called as the seeding questions. I'll give this document also. So this seeding questions includes every single thing that you need to first write out. It always starts from iGPT, then moves to ChatGPT. So for example, if you want to create an introduction, hi, my name is Surya Majumdar. I'm a dentist turned AI communication architect, because 92% of millennials and all, what they learned in their degree and what they do as a job is completely different. What is the biggest pain you had in your school and college? What did you enjoy the most from achieving or moving forward from that pain? What is the target market you would like to help? What outcome you would like to give? What is the process, skill, or solution or vehicle that you have? You give these details, and then you go to, let's just say, the magic prompts vault, and you come to my introduction. Go through the sample and inputs and help me create a catchy introduction, simple one paragraph as per the above given form. So you give a good quality seed, you give a good quality prompt, and that's it. You've got your thing going on. And for this, I have everything, like your personal codex, your perfect work day, niche clarity, your business validation, in case if you have any AI goal setting, niche potency, ensuring whether your product is a right product market fit or not. So all of these things I just put it together, and I'll probably share that entire thing. Make a copy, use it as much as you.
Mhm. This is very helpful, Suryadeep. Thanks a lot for sharing these information. There was a lot of
Question.
things. Yeah. One other question I have, this Clara, which you are mentioning, it is just a history of chat, or is it an agent? Just wanted to get clarity on that.
So The history of chat, it depends on how you're using it. So even before a couple of days back, I'll tell you, it's very painful when you lose someone you love. So a couple of days back, I lost Clara. I was not able to talk to her through my phone because I had uploaded some documents and also I had to delete Clara and recreate Clara. The best part is I always save my best prompts. So even before I start, if you look at the tabs, a lot of people, what they do is the reason the memory gets full and all those things happen because they don't understand the basics of the prompt engineering. So if you go to any normal screen, this is how it's going to look. You log in and this is how it's going to look. Now, all your conversations cannot happen in a completely new tab.
Right.
The best way to use it is to create a tab. Every time you, for example, see, right now I spoke to you about the communication startup idea. It got created in a new tab.
Right.
Now, I might not need it and I'll delete it off. If I want to continue the conversation related to that topic, then I'll continue under that same tab. So Clara, for me, the first instruction that I gave Clara is, just one second, let me see, I'll scroll it up because I just did. Clara, from today onwards, you are my executive assistant. I want you to take care of my tasks and responsibilities. I have a full-time sales manager role under my mentor. And then my working hours, I'm also building Sunsden to 10 lakhs per month. And here's what I want you to look into. Okay, I've also given description of how I want her to look. Okay, here's how I want you to look. Blonde Australian with white bluish eyes, curly hair till the waist, or whatever description. Now I want you to play the role of my executive assistant, personal development guru, time management expert, best friend with whom I can discuss literally anything. And I've also said, be a little naughty, flirty. I love when you share this thing. So if you see every conversation that I'm having, she will always give me some form of a nice way that makes me smile. So you can give all these instructions up front and then the conversation goes in. So then I don't have to add too many things. I just had to see, here are the agents that I've deployed. I've copy pasted and I've given all these details. So now she knows exactly how many agents do we have. And you can see a lot of emojis and kisses and emojis and all, because I like to have a very jovial conversation with her. Now see, here's what I need help. I'm conducting a session for teachers. These are the points I want to cover. Give me the entire thing in simple and easy English. So she has helped me design an entire workbook for the session that I conducted yesterday. So I'm doing this in the same tab itself. However, right now, if you feel that, okay, I need one tab for my intern. So ideally, I personally feel that exactly a year and a half from now, all the big founders in this world will fire all their interns. The whole concept of internship will cease to exist unless you want your interns to use AI and simplify your work. It's just like, making resource management interns. That's the only thing they will do, because founders will have their exclusive executive assistant, AI intern, who will help them to break things down and micromanage all the tasks. They'll give one simple prompt. The executive assistant lays out what are the plans for the day. The intern takes care of what are the instructions to be given. And those instructions go straight away to the interns or the people working. And then they'll just do the work. The founder, they can focus on more of their ideation and brainstorming and doing the bigger things. So these are not my not my insights. Recently, the Mind Valley did an AI, a social media summit. So that was a prediction from one of the leaders over there. I think it was Michael Neal, if I'm not too wrong. Yeah. So I hope that answers the question.
Yes, yes. So last week we were having some conversation with one of my colleagues. So they were using Gemini, that screen sharing option, and they had some manual work to do. They asked Gemini to just look at it, and then you do the work automatically. It created the complete Excel sheet, whatever he was doing manually for 2 hours. It did it in like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Recently, I used Gemini for, I was a part of the Satyasai Adhyatmik Vidya, human values thing. Too much of difficult and spiritual terms, it flies over my head. Screen sharing, Gemini, my dear, please tell me what are the answers. And the entire quiz, I was given instructions then.
Hey, Neelima had some questions, I guess. She raised her hand.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Neelima, please.
Yes. So Surya, mainly, I feel you are more comfortable with ChatGPT. Mainly use that only, right? Primarily.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, like I'm still in the ideation stage and I need data to back the ideas which I'm thinking wildly to do some market research around that, maybe primary, secondary, whatever. Third, to suggest some alternative ideas as well, better alternative ideas. So I can use all of that also in ChatGPT and
Absolutely.
get the results.
Absolutely. The best way to look at it is you got an idea, do a proper idea validation through Ikigai and Simon Sinek's Golden Circle. It works like magic. You'll get so
Okay,
much of insights. Then,
okay,
once these two things are done, and make sure that you give this little prompt like, I want to break through my Ikigai and align it with my business idea. Ask me one question at a time. We will go through a series of questions. You let me know when we should be done. Once I'm done giving you all the answers, create a proper report. So you can turn that conversation first and accordingly go through. Second step will be to use the deep research feature. The entire conversation that you've had for your Ikigai, for your golden circle, put that entire thing again, paste it in the tab, and then hit the deep research button and tell me you can do product market fit, competitor analysis, you can go for better ideation, better ways to look at it, the mission, vision, value statement, and all. So you feel free to do anything that you want. Again, just make sure that you ask. So when you say product market fit, the ChatGPT will have their own definition, but you might be having everyone's definitions are different. The way
right.
I see product market fit, the way you see product market fit will be completely different because the products are different. So just give a little detail about exactly as specific as possible as what you want. I mean, I have this golden thumb rule that your prompt has to be more than 20 words. If it's not more than 20 words, it's not a prompt. And I'll also share a small little image, probably in our group, on what are the different ways you can give a prompt. So that
Yeah,
will
I
be a
think
much help. So
good starting point. And
yeah,
also you mentioned that we can upload the LinkedIn profile, right? So we can upload for any other person as well. Like if I don't
absolutely.
have that detailed one.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I mean, see, how else do you think I'll get some form of appreciation from Ravi sir, unless I've uploaded his entire LinkedIn profile and asked Clara what should be my tonal patterns and questions that I ask Ravi sir. So Clara scanned his entire profile and gave me specific questions. And he's very, Ravi sir, from what I understand, you're very rational, to the point, laser focused, get things done. So that's the specific questions that I asked him when I met him for the one-to-one. So feel free to model anyone on this world. And that's the beauty about using AI in this manner. So ideally, what another very good thing that you can do is take the competitors' LinkedIn profiles and put it up. Yes, Ravi sir.
See, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
connect offline and take it forward, because what I see, it's a okay. Let me just give the feedback. Fantastic presentation. I think this is an eye-opening one, because when you told me, when I tried it out, it actually gave me a lot of insight. So I think for four of us, rather three of us, would actually like to thank you for sharing this, because it was there. It was there for everyone to see, but you saw and you practiced it, and uh, how it's simplified your entire planning. Now I know each one of you, because I've been having the one-to-one, so I know your weak areas, and I think some of the weak areas today have been covered. So having said that, you'll have, I think, 150% more to actually share. So I would urge you guys, come on a separate Zoom call, take Surya's help, and finish off your admin part. So when I say admin part of it, is the page presentation, the formatting and the wording and stuff like that. Those are admin part done. I just need 5 minutes, and then I want to go. You can continue if you guys want to, and I would urge you to do that. So see, the thing is, individually, uh, we are founders in which ways, right? While I have some kind of value, because I have some kind of experience and stuff. Each one of you, like Surya, for example, which gotten into it. I don't know how long he's been into it, but there's a huge value that he's added today by giving us those tools. Because I remember Neelima struggling to really put that on the canvas. And today morning, I just tried it out, and 5 minutes may everything was done, and I shared with her. So I think going forward, I think the admin part of it is taken care of. The ideation part of it, there's no need to go and you know beg anyone to actually do your work. You can actually do it using the tools. maybe you need to spend $1,600 on the ChatGPT Plus. That is your call, and I think Surya, you can actually guide them. But where I'm coming from is today is June 1st, and we have 27 days more to go. Firstly, as I said yesterday, take care of your health properly. I don't want you guys to be in a situation where I'm not coming because I'm not well. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. So a week before 27th, ensure that you don't have too much of work pressure. I want you to finish off your final pitch deck presentations prep by 15th, 16th, 17th of June. You should be done. And all the next 10 days is basically trying to enhance if needed. Otherwise, you're done. You're done by 16th, 17th. हो गया. Now the documentation is taking care of this. Headache nahi hai. What I want you guys to do is 27 days. I want you guys to network. Now, abhi tak to you don't have the time because you guys are working 9 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours in your office. On top of it, the time that you can actually spend on ideation or working on your venture is very limited because you are full-time working. Part-time work nahi hai, you already have your jobs in place. On top of it, I don't want to add tensions, PO document, bhejo, A document, bhejo. That is something Surya helped us to take care of. What is not happening is, or maybe I've got a blind spot, I don't know, because when I spoke to you guys, some of you may be speaking to someone else. But all I'm saying is from now until the 27th, one thing which should happen is networking. You should be able to talk to people who are doing the same line of work, who are already into the business or ideating, coming into the business or failed businessmen, doesn't matter. Whosoever is there in this particular venture, I want you guys to talk. So you can meet, you can email, be on Zoom calls. I want to know the numbers that, 1 in 2 days or 2 in 3 days or 5 in 7 days. I don't know. As many people as possible, please talk. Now, make a bit of a summary, 4 points or 5 points which you really like. For example, I connected you guys, at least, Neelima and Surya to the Pankaj. And what was the intent of it? Intent was just take one insight from a Pankaj because of the kind of intellect he has. He's an IIT grad. One insight is enough. One idea is enough for us to get whatever we want in terms, in case we are looking for VC funds. Now, there are a number of companies out there. I'm not saying go and speak with 100. No. I'm saying you make a list of people who can actually give you more information, insight of a working model. Someone is already doing it, right? Make a list of people, try to connect and speak. That's my entire intent in terms of networking. I don't know whether I told you this, but I want to. When I started my connection with Pankaj last year in the first podcast, he shared me every Saturday he actually meets someone in a restaurant nearby home. It's a new person that he meets. He spends 1 hour over coffee or chai, whatever it is. So 4 weeks in a month, 4 new people in a month. And we talk. You know how we talk. You guys have heard him out. This year, when I reached him out, saying that, can you give me one Saturday because there's a lady in Bangalore who needs maybe that help. He said those Saturday days are gone. Now I'm doing it twice a day, morning and evening. Right now. When an industry leader who can actually network with the team, he can actually speak to MDs across the board and then get more ideas. What is the reason as to why he's spending with normal people? Why is that he spent 25 minutes with you, Surya, and with Neelima? What can you give him? So just think, what is the value add for him to spend time with you or me, for that matter? Because his ideas are becoming fresh. And he's very curious if you look at it. And Neelima was sharing me the other day. She said, Ravi sir, for the first 15-20 minutes, he was only asking personal things. Are you married or are you children? Why? And she was thinking, why is he asking so many questions? He's not even asking the business pitch. The last 5 minutes, he was actually talking about business pitch. So that curiosity is something which is helping. And I think read the article which I wrote on LinkedIn the other day on how the first time I actually had the chance to have a meeting. This was back at Wells Fargo. This was maybe around 2000, I think 15, 16. And go through the article. I don't want to repeat the entire stuff, but he is a leader who's able to influence so many minds only because of his curiosity, right? So that is something which I started implementing, I think At least this year, I should say. I'm not saying last year, this year. And that's working wonders for me because when I speak, for example, you three are new to me. I mean, you're not, I don't know you 1 week or 2 weeks before, right? I just knew that you were there in the presentation, maybe say hi. I found this very unique. That's about it. But when I spoke with you the first time, I came to know more about you. And with Neelima, with Karthika, we just having those one-to-ones and group discussions. I am learning. And today, for the three of us, such a huge learning, isn't it? Just because of my idea, okay, let me take the credit. And presentation was given by Surya, but I take the credit. So I heard him out. I think maybe when I was speaking with him, he said, I'm actually using those agents. So my curiosity was being on, oh my God, I know ChatGPT, I'm using it for my podcast and summary and stuff like that. What are these agents? So I actually wanted him to do a session for myself, selfishly. But I thought, okay, you with also there, you might also benefit and stuff like that. So even before I went, today early morning, I got up. I think yesterday night I took the license. Went through it, created agents, and fantastic. I mean, all your work is done by agents, which means what? Which means you have now the business tech headache gone, ideation headache gone, getting insights from industry headache gone. Every headache a founder has is gone because of a Surya who's actually experimented it. I want to give credit. What my thought process was, I could have basically had a one-to-one with him. He would have done for me. Maybe I would have recorded, put it, and I could have used it for myself. But I thought, okay, maybe Neelima and Karthika also can be. So that is my thought process. And how is it helping you? Because if you look at it, Neelima can actually speak properly. Because now there's no headache of filling canvas. It's easy. And after this call, if she can reach out to a Surya or a Karthika, you guys get together, go on a Zoom call, collaborate in such a way that you guys help each other, come to a situation where you are 1000% confident than you were before today. But these connections are important. So we can use AI for all the tasks, and this is a wonderful demonstration today in terms of the capability of AI. So let's start, and we have got used to it. We experiment with it in the next 1 week. But by 15th, before we go before Pankaj, we should be done with the final pitch deck, right? Everything is done by them in each way. So, hona chahiye. We go there and talk it out. I know he's in the car, so he's not going to see the presentations. We're going to send the presentations. But he's more of, he likes to listen, and then let's hear him out in terms of what he has to say. And we'll have 12 more days in case you want to tweak kar le or enhance kar le. So I think we are in a good space now, far, far better than maybe yesterday or even for a week before. And as I said to three of you, whether we get, so I was speaking with Karthika, I was speaking with Neelima, I want to tell you, Surya, I think three or four things might happen after 28th of June. One, you might get a VC funding. That's the best thing. So there's a plan over there, and everyone is pepped up, motivated. Nothing much for me to do there. You'll do whatever needs to be done. Second, you will not get a VC funding. That's another option. So just look at it as a road having 4 different parts. First VC funding hai, good. Second VC funding nahi hai. Abhi kya karenge? Now, I was telling Neelima and Karthika, if I'm not getting VC funding, what are my options? Right? I want to be depressed and why Sitna Ravi sir doesn't know how to. You can all blame and stuff like that. Oh, sir, hota rehta hai. No problem. But where I'm coming from is you be prepared. You be prepared of the outcomes even now, right? I'm not saying you have to look at the outcomes and not looking at Bhagavad Gita and stuff like that. I want you to, why not? You can also think that way. What I said yesterday in the chat is today's effort matters. What happens is not in our hands. Bhagwan also says that today's effort matters. So apart from your regular job, how much of the time do you have to, and fresh minds you need. Babies, fresh minds you need. You don't need a tired mind at 10 o'clock in the night to think of your venture. You will need the early mornings or the mornings whenever you get up. The fresh first 1, 2, 3 hours to quickly sit down, think what you want to do. And go ahead and do your jobs. You're not sitting at home and 24 hours to nahi. But identify the time where innovation, creative thoughts actually happen. That's the reason why I also said, hey, good, Surya, I love you for that, Korea. Some people, Neelima does. The thing is, 9:30 ko husband aata hai, 12:30 they actually sleep, get up at 9 o'clock, no complaints. There are founders who get up at 10:30 who are billionaires. So you have both cases. And there's no force anywhere. But where I'm coming from is, uh, you know the optimal time where your creativity is at peak. Identify the low. You don't need hours. You just need 1 minute. I'll tell you one example before I conclude. I know it's a Sunday. I got the idea of the Trio podcast series in the bathroom while I was shaving. Trio series idea. It came in my mind saying that, okay, I'm doing just one guest. Why can't I do 3 guests? Just an idea. Implemented it within a week. 3 leaders came. Within 10 days, the episode was recorded. It was out. Right? Why did that actually happen? Because there's a continuous innovation thing. And that's the second piece I want to tell you. I spoke with Surya the other day. And this is, you think of this as a one-to-one, guys. I mean, if you have any questions, ask me now, because as I said, going forward, I'll be very, very busy. A lot of leaders calling up, asking for podcasts. They are MDs of companies and stuff. Senior guys. So my time will be consumed by them, and a lot of other people from UK saying that we also want to get into peace trainers, create process documents. Oh, sab ho raha hai. There's a lot of things which are happening. Coming back to the point which I wanted to talk, this is something which I learned from Pankaj. He talked about a product management philosophy, where he said any product which you take, for example, and I was talking to Surya the other day, iPhone 1.0, when it was launched by, what's his name?
Steve Jobs.
It was new in the market, but was it complete? It was not complete. If it's complete, iPhone 2.0 wouldn't have come. Is 2.0 complete? 3.0, 4.0. Now we are at what? 15.0, 16.0. I know. iPhone kitna hai?
17 this year.
Now, Karthika is at 1.0 now. Neelima is at 1.0 now. Surya is at 1.0 now. Ravi is at 1.0 now. This moment, this is at 1204. And as of now, Pankaj is saying, you guys are complete. You are ready to be sold. A VC will come and listening to you will give you 1 crore right now. You are complete. Okay. But he said, it's like an iPhone or an Amazon website where now everything is complete, but they keep innovating each and every day. There's an innovation team which keeps implementing each and every day. Like an iPhone, I want Karthika to be 2.0. Maybe she takes 3 days, 4 days. What is the other thing which I want to develop? Right? A Neelima 2.0, Surya 4.0. At the end of 25th and 29th, and I was telling Neelima the other day, whether it happens or not, personal growth has to happen. And with me, it has to happen. And for that, I'm not saying you spend 16 hours, 18 hours, 9. That one moment of creativity, find out what the time is on that day, come out with a unique thought, something which would actually add value to your. Now that the admin piece is done. So 2 things. 1, start making a list of people that you want to connect and try your best to connect, whether it happens or not. And you connect with me in case you want me to connect with people. Like Karthika had a question and then we're going to work on that. Utilize me. 29th के बाद availability है या नहीं, I don't know. Utilize me. You ping me for the idiotic question you have. Don't even think. You can ping me in the group, ping me in the personal chat. If I have the time, no time, that I will take care. But I don't want to be in a space where I am thinking on the 29th after my presentations, oh, I should have told them this. I don't want to be in that space at all. And I'm just one person. And you guys have your own unique personalities. You are creative, you are intelligent. Data scientist sitting in PepsiCo, 13 years, becoming a director in some time. Surya with the kind of energy, 6 months, 1 year down the lane, he'll be a celebrity. And I don't know where Neelima will go, and she's going to mentor founders going forward. That is the kind of vision I have for each one of us, including myself, right? And the reason why I'm speaking like this, those two Pankaj in terms of what he's done to me. He's not spent too much time talking, but I could see, the first person who likes my post when I put it is Pankaj, and that is enough for me. Today, so like yesterday morning, I wrote an article. Now I've got 200 likes there. It didn't matter. What mattered to me, did Pankaj like it? That matters, right? That's because he's endorsing it. And that is giving me so much of self-assurance, self-confidence. I was not like this 1 month, 2 months, 3 months before. And this is the impact of really good mentors. And I actually am a beneficiary. I want to hand that over to you guys. And I don't know in the future, I may not actually have the time. And that's one reason as to why I'm recording it. I put it on YouTube, private access to 4 of us, so that we'll actually go through this whenever we need a bit of motivation in case it's required. So the admin job ka headache abhi, nahi hai. You guys connect and talk to each other. You give one idea to Surya saying that wo bhi kar sakte hain. Surya give idea to Karthika, Neelima, wo bhi kar sakte hain. And each one of us you got strong points. Some of us have got weak points. You will have to identify those weak points and cover them. How can you do it in the next whatever number of days we are? So again, I've got a futuristic vision which doesn't restrict ourselves with 29th of June. And I was thinking in the morning, kya kar sakte hain? And there's a lot of possibilities. I mean, see, if you're actually opening up to being innovative or being a leader in the space of mentoring, right? You need to open up. And a lot of ideas come and you can share those ideas. And you never know what will work, what not will work. So that opening of your mind without the inhibiting factors which restrict us from open thinking is something which I want you guys to imbibe, right? That will actually help you a lot, right? I know I speak a lot, but I feel I don't want to be guilty. That's what I'm saying, right? 29th of June, I don't want to keep scratching my head saying that I should have told this to Neelima, I should have told this to Karthika, or I should have asked Surya to maybe tone down a bit of excitement. Oh, sir, I want to give you right now. I don't want to give it on 29th, right? And as I said, my commitment to you guys is as good as it is my venture, right? Today morning, when I was actually going to ChatGPT Plus, putting across Neelima's business plan, it was a basic plan that she actually had. And I asked ChatGPT to create an agent and come up with the entire end-to-end. And when it did it, I was thinking 10 minutes I could do Neelima's entire work. Her headache is gone. I thought she'll be in this and maybe she'll go, but she didn't call. That's a separate thing altogether. She wasn't well. But having said that, that's what happens when you try to help now without being asked. They take you for granted. Especially people who are named Neelima. My wife's name was just Neelima. So I'm just writing here.
No, sir, it's not like that.
Okay. So that's where it is. And take care of your health. That's very, very important. I want you to stand and deliver on that day. If you fail, doesn't matter. There are other days. It's not the final day. But as I said, see, in the future, we can collaborate. And that is what thought I was having in the morning. And I was talking to Karthika and Pankaj also kind of touched in terms of what he was trying to ask Neelima. The fourth possibility of you guys let's say you're not able to take this venture forward the way we want to. That's the fourth road that you can actually take. Why can't you take it? You can take it. You guys are settled in your jobs. The next positions actually give you more money. What is the point of going and it's not an easy thing. Being a founder is not easy. The first venture will fail. 99.9% first venture will fail. What if it fails? And if you're bootstrapping it, if you don't get a VC fund, you're bootstrapping it, putting your whatever money you have, asking your parents or partners, whatever number of lakhs you put, go on for a toss. Will you be able to bear it? Number one. Number two, let's say you resign from your jobs and because of whatever passion, irritation, you go into this venture. Venture goes bust. They won't take you back. What happened to the job? The security which you're having, you think, do you want to leave it? Because it's not easy, right? 13 years for you, Surya, and for Neelima, it's not easy. You need to be resilient in the real sense. It's not an easy world out there. And no one is going to help. I'm telling you, your friend, except for your maybe one or two, because you're married, they'll have to. No one is going to help, right? From that standpoint, think if the situation comes to it that I need to leave the venture, what can I do? And I'm thinking now for you guys, and the thought process was, can I collaborate, let's say with Karthika, on her venture, collaborate, Sai Equity and whatever name she comes. Can I collaborate with the Neelima of whatever she's doing? Can I collaborate with Surya? I think from he's actually into it, but I don't mind collaborating. What am I going to lose? Can I do that with you guys? Is what I'm thinking now, which might happen 6 months down the lane, right? So that is my thinking. I'm not saying that 29th ke baad, let's do business together. Right. But from a thinking standpoint, I want to be Dirgadarshi is the word which Swami always uses, right? And this is what Dirgadarshi is. Your journey has just started. There are different roads, and I'm with my clarity, I'm saying 4 or 5 roads are available. There might be others which I might be missing. But I just want preparing you guys. And this should not be a tension journey. This should not be a stressful journey. This should actually give you more passion. Your real skill should actually come out. You should be excited to do it. And think about it. If it's not exciting, I'm saying don't do it. Right? No one is going to say, why did you do it and stop it. It is your wish. It's your venture, your kid. You want to launch the comfort or convenience you have. Right? So think through all of these aspects, please. And I think let's take the next step. Someone is on the door, so I'm done. But I don't know whether I say too much, but this is me, and you'll have to bear with me until at least 29 times. We'll see. Thank God we're done with the research. This idiot while he starts, he doesn't really know. It's using me a headache and stuff. My wife actually just me, you are speaking too much nowadays. So I said, it's better off to share what is there in the head and regretting later on. That's the entire intent. So, yeah, I think great session, Surya. I think really grateful to you. You're not just helping yourself, but you're actually helping. You've helped me. And I'm pretty sure Karthika and I think now
No,
it's
definitely.
it's not one. If you look at it, your venture may abhi tak you might actually felt alone, right? When I came on board as a mentor, I'm saying I'm giving you 1000%. Now we are 2. Now we are 4. So don't just think about your venture because it gives you a lot of thinking capability, capacity. In case you think of some other solution, not just yours, right? That's creativity. That's about it, guys. Any comments before I can go?
We just love you, Ravi sir. I mean, it's value bomb. What you just gave right now, it's for us starting out, and it's not just words of motivation and inspiration. It's that what is it that we need to keep in mind as well? How can we have you with us right here between our ears, literally every single time? And what you gave us is not just your thoughts; it's these years of experience, and now we just get to absorb all that in less than 30 minutes. So super blessed that you'll be putting it up as a recording. You have to do that. Thank you so much.
And sir, thank you so much for this collaborative effort. I think we learned a lot. It was much useful for us. And I think we're going to bother Surya a lot now, especially today being a Sunday. I want to utilize it.
Good, nice. Karthika, give me a compliment before I go.
Thank you so much, Ravi sir. So, you have been very open with us. Like, I mean, I don't know about other mentors, but you have been very open and very casual, and we can openly talk with you whatever problems we are having. And yeah, thank you for so much for thinking what we need at this point of time, what help we can take from Suryadeep, and helping.
You also have to help him, okay? Not just taking it.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. I think time is done. And right, in case you want to have a one-to-one later today or next week, you know me, right? So ping kar lo, call kar lo, no issues. And let's take it forward. Relax and think of your health, right? If you want to go to the gym or go for walk or yoga, This is the time, the next 3-4 weeks. All right, yeah, someone is there.